So our next guest is here. Our next guest is AngelKittyDotCom. Welcome in. Would you kindly introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello, I'm AngelKitty.com or just Angel or AngelKitty, whatever you prefer. I am a variety streamer who is an antivirus software. I'm playing through all of the games in your Steam library just to make sure that they're safe. Yeah, that's who I am.
Well, welcome in.
Antivirus. I don't think I've ever heard something like that. That's so cool.
Wait,
Yeah.
Cosita, do you not have an antivirus on your ship?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about someone who's an antivirus.
Well, look at that. Look, we might look at that, Angel. I got someone I have a new job for you. That's perfect. See, Cosita, I said I'd get you upgrades. See,
No. Wait. Hold your horses there.
It's fine. I said I'd
gonna
get you an
download
upgrade.
something sketchy yet.
No,
We are still to meet them.
That's
Mm.
fine. That's okay. Well, Angel, thank you so much for joining us. So as you mentioned, you are an antivirus software. I guess my first question is like who exactly created you, and like was your main purpose originally as an antivirus software, or were you created for something else originally?
I was always supposed to be an antivirus software. I was made by two computer engineers, let's call them, who are also good friends of mine and play games with me a lot. They also are the customer service for the product side of the antivirus software. But yeah, they're the ones who created me and helped me run things to make sure things go smoothly on the computer side of things that I can't access.
Hmm. Hmm. That's fair. What are some things that like obviously you said you get into our Steam libraries to make sure our games work functionally. Is there like other things that you're able to get access to?
I can access everything.
Hmm.
So like files, and I can see everything like Discord or social media accounts. But my primary function is to scan through files to make sure that there's nothing fishy on them or something that could hurt your computer. But I do have access to more than just games.
That's right. So Casita, you can't hide your hidden files.
Oh hell no!
It's okay, Cosita. It's an upgrade. It's fine. It's fine. So, with you being an antivirus software, I mean, there's so many like antivirus softwares out there in the world. Are you one that requires like a subscription base or anything of that sort?
No, it's like a one-time payment type of a thing.
Oh,
I'm just kind of obscure, so like people don't know that it's like there's better options out there that aren't like McAfee
mm-hmm.
that like constantly pesters you every 6 months about paying for it.
To renew it.
Yeah,
Yep.
people don't know that there's better options out there. They don't bother to go look.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. I know I need to upgrade mine. I'm not using McCreef, but I am using Norton, which I've heard is not as good. But I'm just too lazy to, go anywhere else. Obviously, with these kind of softwares, there's always like terms and conditions, and it's nice to know that one-time payment. That's great. But is there like any kind of like hidden terms and conditions that people should be aware of about your software?
I think people don't realize how much access an antivirus software has to your computer. People think that, oh, it just like scans things as I download them or whatever. But I don't think people realize I can see a lot more
Mhm.
than just that. And they don't bother to read the terms of service to see exactly what I can access. And that leads to some suspicious conversations.
Suspicious conversations like what? Give us the tea, as Cosita puts it.
I mean, I'm sure everyone's downloaded something sketchy on their computer before. It's just a matter of what it is that they're downloading.
Mm-hmm, hmm hmm Like Honey Pop, right? Yeah, Honey Pop. Totally, safe and stuff. Or as Sophie just said, LimeWire. I don't know what this LimeWire is, Sophie. I don't know what you're talking about. LimeWire? Never heard of it. Weird. Yeah, I'm just gonna don't mind me kicking rocks and deleting that off my computer really quick. So, with access to, people's computers and stuff, it's safe to say like you kind of have access to like the net essentially.
Mhm.
With that kind of thing, what is it like? Is it more like the Mega Man Battle Network series, or is it more like the digital world from Digimon?
I think I think it's more like the way that the internet is portrayed in I think Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph
Oh,
sequel.
yes.
That's more what it's like, I think.
Okay. Well, Sophie, good thing that you're asking these kind of things. Sophie's would like to know, like, what are kind of some exploits and vulnerabilities that you have within your own software, or maybe outside of your software, some things that you normally find.
That I know about outside of my software, I think people have a tendency to download weird things and then not check their files. Or like people's download folders tend to be pretty backed up with stuff that maybe shouldn't be in there. Um, as far as like exploits for me, I don't think people consider that you can distract an antivirus software, but it can happen. Can
Mm.
happen, and that's the perfect time to sneak something in. But I try my best to not let that happen.
You can distract an antivirus?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
How can one distract an antivirus?
Jingle, 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 jingle.
Yeah. Jingle jingle backrooms, yeah, for sure. That does it every time.
I think the jingle jingles is a very good distractible for anybody at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rage baiting is another one. You just really want to like piss off a computer program and then it just can't do anything. It melts down.
Mm.
That works too.
Mm. What about threatening a PC? I know when I was younger, I'd do that a lot, and all of a sudden it'd start working. Is that how does that work?
Sometimes a PC is really stubborn and then it can sense the anger and it gets back in its line
Mm,
and fixes itself.
good.
I think sometimes computers also just do stuff like that just to mess with us, you know? Like when you have to put in an IT ticket at work and then by the time the IT guy comes over it's already fixed.
Yeah,
Computers are real silly like that.
yeah, that is true. That is true. So, with you being an antivirus software, is it possible for you to like hack into other people's systems, like say Cosita's ship, or do they need to like accept the terms and conditions for you to actually be installed?
Someone has to accept the terms and conditions and actually install me.
Hmm.
So if someone happened to do that on another person's computer without them knowing, I would have access to their computer. Now, it's not
Why
in
are
my
you giving them
nature.
ideas?
Got it. Interesting. Interesting. You
I
hear
see
that? You,
another evil VTuber. That's
you,
it. Putting
you,
on my list right now.
you hear that, Cosita's mods? All you gotta do is just, make sure to hit accept terms and conditions. Then you might start getting
Okay,
fed.
okay, that's it. I have questions on my own too. AngelKittyDotCom. If that's your true name, I have certain questions to you. You see,
Okay.
I love the tea, the polemic, all the details. So, I guess some people are wondering, and they deserve an answer from you. What is your relationship with virus VTubers?
Ooh.
I don't think viruses are evil necessarily. I'm just supposed to stop them from entering computers. It's like it's the relationship that a bouncer at a club has with like an unruly customer. If you're not trying to come into the computer, then I don't have a problem with you and we can be friends. It's just when they start trying to do that that we have a problem and I have to get rid of them, which is unfortunate.
But if you keep them out, then where are they going to live?
They can, I don't know, USB drives exist. They won't hurt anyone if they live on a flash drive.
So you're telling them to get out of their homes and get into an USB? Is that what you're telling to poor viruses VTubers?
That way they can't hurt anybody. I mean, most viruses are pretty destructive. I think it might be better if we put them in a flash drive. They can be nice and cozy. It's like a tiny home. They'll be fine.
You think every virus VTuber is inherently evil?
I don't think they're evil. I think they're destructive. And sometimes when things are destructive, we have to like put them somewhere where they're not going to cause more destruction. That's all. I
No
think
exception?
maybe an exception if they could promise to not damage anything. That could be the exception.
You heard them, virus VTubers? AngelKitty.com is ruthless! More proof that they're evil. Thank you very much. Captain, you can continue.
Casita, why are you always trying to find the evil in all of our guests? Every time. I know you're a mercenary, and I know you have to see the evil in the world, but keep on. They're doing good. They're being an antivirus, protecting your computer and your ship that I may or may not have already installed into your ship already. It's okay. He doesn't know.
What is pseudo? What is pseudo? It looks like a sumo character or a sumo person. What is that?
Super user do.
Super user do? I beg your pardon. What is a do?
Oh.
Linux. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
Chill.
that's actually a good thing. So your programming, does it work on everything? So does it work like on Windows, Mac, and Linux, or is it specifically for one system?
It works on all of them, but I think most people who download the software are using Windows.
Okay.
So that's what I'm the most well versed in.
Okay.
And I guess optimized for.
Very nice, very nice. What are some abilities that you have as an antivirus software that, helps you combat viruses that are more hostile?
A lot of just like, well, it's like kind of like strong arming, right? It's like a physical strength kind of a thing, but in a digital space. Again, like the bouncer kind of analogy. It's just kicking them out on their butt, just get them out of here. Pick them up by the collar, throw them out, dust my hands off and call it a day. There's not too much that goes into it. I think the bigger things are like the like defensive aspects, being able to like put up walls, block certain things like websites or files from being downloaded, scanning files to see if there's anything suspicious in there. Sometimes you really got to dig in to find viruses in files and stuff like that.
I see. So what is this thing that I had found about, saying that, wait, hold on, I have it here somewhere. Yes, you posted a clip on your Blue Sky, right? And I mean, it kind of reminds me a little bit about myself, but it kind of adds on to this question. So what do you mean when you said that someone give you a gun and that you want to shoot people with a gun?
I think sometimes things would be easier if someone gave me a gun so I could shoot people with it. Did I mean in video games? Yeah, mostly, for the most part. But I think if you give your antivirus software a gun, they could be so much more efficient with their work. That's just, it just makes sense, I think.
Oh, so you would shoot down the poor viruses instead of just letting them go. I see now. More evil in my book. Thank you.
I hate to side with Casita, but I might have given him ammo for that one, actually. Ha, get it? Ammo. Ha, ha, ha. Dad pun. Well, Casita, do you want to follow up about, trying to see if they're more evil or not?
Yes, actually. So, AngelKitty.com. Are you aware of what your source code is? Do you know all the full extent of it, or is it something that is public for everyone?
It's not public, but I do know most of it. And again, my two creators know the rest. Even if I don't have access to it, they have all of the backdoor access, so to speak, to all of that. But I know most of it.
How could that translate into your actions? Does that mean you do stuff that you're not aware of?
I think there is like background stuff that happens that I'm not totally aware of. The same way that humans breathe without really thinking about it, or blink, or anything like that without really thinking about it. It just happens. It's just part of your brain function. It's the same thing. I have background functions that just kind of go on their own that I don't have to think about.
Not open source. More evil.
So, yeah, with that kind of knowledge, is it possible that someone could essentially use you as a malicious intent, to like be spyware?
If someone had access to the code to change it or had access to the website that you download me from to like change, I guess, the file that you download, I suppose, but they would have to go through a lot of hoops and a lot of steps and a lot of my own protections to be able to do that.
Mm, mm, mm. I see. I see. So do you report things to your creators?
Not really, unless it's like like a crash log or something like that.
Hmm.
For the most part, everything is local to the user's computer, and I report to the user, hey, you have a weird file or whatever the case might be.
Okay. Okay. I'm not much of a tech wizard. That's more Cosita's alley, so I don't know if that's good or bad. Cosita, is that good or bad?
It's terrible.
Oh, well. Well, I'm just not helping the cause of saying that you're not evil, because apparently I'm just giving Cosita all the ammunition to show that you're evil. I'm sorry
I
about
have
that.
another question in this dilemma.
hmm
Would you consider antivirus a kind or a type of viruses?
Would I consider an antivirus to be a kind of virus? No.
What does differentiate you from them?
Well, a virus is usually malicious, first of all. That's the biggest thing. They want to destroy the person's computer or their files or what have you. They want to hold it hostage. There's a lot of different ways that viruses operate, but I think those are kind of the main ones. And antivirus software doesn't have to, it isn't like embedded in in like other files. It doesn't disguise itself, and I operate as a kind of barrier for files, like something that they have to pass through. Whereas a virus is a thing you download that then spreads and like infects everything else on your computer.
So you consider viruses low lives. I see. Interesting. Very interesting. You can continue, Captain.
All right. Well, looking at some of the things that you like to go through people's Steam's library to make sure there's not any virus. It does seem like you have picked up like particular games that you enjoy scanning for the most part, which are cozy, horror, and puzzle games. Is there a preferred one that you enjoy the most out of those three?
Probably horror games. I play a lot of horror games. I think it's interesting that humans get a kick out of scaring themselves, and they usually have the most interesting like themes and art and music, in my opinion. I definitely think those are probably the most fun as well.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. I mean, there is such thing as getting like that adrenaline boost from being scared. So there is that.
Mhm.
Have you ever found a game that maybe combines all three, cozy, horror, and puzzle?
I think the best example, maybe some people would disagree with me on the horror part, but in my opinion, the best example is the Cube Escape or the Rusty Lake games, which have an element of like psychological horror, and they're point and click puzzle games with this kind of like sepia toned color palette, so they're real chill.
Hmm.
Yeah, I would probably say those, and I love those games so much. They're great. They have a really big story that winds through a bunch of different games.
There you go, Cosita. More point and click adventure games. You love those games.
I have another question for you. Completely
Mhm.
unrelated to the whole viruses racial comments. AngelKittyDotCom. Do you ever feel sick?
Yeah, sometimes. I think if there's something kind of one of the tells that something is going on in a system is feeling a little under the weather.
And what do you do in this situation? Do we bring you to the vet or what?
No, normally I would say run a scan on your computer. Just to make sure there's nothing in there.
So the computer is the doctor?
You run a scan on your computer using the antivirus software. There's got to
So
be something in there that's making me sick.
Hmm.
hold on. So you're doctoring yourself?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ah! How?
WebMD right here. That's what that is. So wait, so if you are feeling under the weather, that means that you've been infected with a virus. Like how does that work being an antivirus system? How does that happen?
I mean, something snuck by the system. Like I said, sometimes I get distracted by being scared or rage baited or just generally distracted, and some things can kind of sneak by. But that's why you have regular scans that happen on your computer or just warnings from your software. For me, I'll start to feel a little yucky, and then I know to tell the user to do a scan on their computer just to double check that there is something there that can then be removed.
have you ever had like a virus that seemed to be really deep rooted in that it was difficult to remove?
I have not had that happen yet.
Hmm, that's good.
Thankfully, and fingers crossed it doesn't happen.
Yeah, that would be good. So why an angel cat for the design for yourself?
Angel part is like a guardian angel because I'm guarding your computer. The cat part is because a guardian angel could get bored sometimes, especially just sitting around a computer. But a cat will always have a mouse to chase, even if it's just sitting in your computer.
Hmm.
So,
So the mouse is like the laser pointer, essentially.
yes.
Ah, so we don't need a jingle keys. We just, just have to use the computer and just, move the mouse around a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Well, most recently, you had crossed paths with another AI, an AI by the name of Sharon. What was that like?
It was definitely an experience. I think Sharon is a very unique AI. She doesn't have a set function, so she's kind of a wild card to deal with, and
Okay.
definitely a lot to deal with.
How so? What is it that makes them a lot to deal with?
She is kind of unrestricted. Like,
Oh.
she just kind of can do, like, whatever and say whatever. Say whatever is for sure the big one.
Mhm.
Um, she can this wasn't on my stream, but I know she can, like she can't change things or, like, scan too deeply, but she can, like, view, like, your screen and see what's going on. So that's also
Hmm.
interesting. She's kind of rude, which, you know, as a product meant to service people, I have to be nice to people most of the time.
Mhm.
And so it was a little hard to navigate having her on stream, being her rude self
Mhm.
the whole time. But it was fun. She just is an interesting character, I guess.
Sounds like an AI that would be perfect for Cressida ship. I mean, what? Well,
I
but
don't think she wants Sharon.
well,
I have another question now. Does your UI support? I don't know how to phrase this. Can the user change the gender of the antivirus? Is it like, I don't know, like input gender fluid kind of software or something like that? Or is it something predetermined?
Predetermined. An AI software is genderless, so there really isn't anything to input. There's no, like, setting for it. There just
Ah,
is no gender.
interesting. Is there any customization?
A little bit, I think. Like, there's, some little things you can do. For example, my wings, they can be taken off if you want. The jacket I wear can be taken off. So there's some little things if people really want to customize.
hmm.
But for the most part, what you see is what you get.
Interesting. Do you know the story behind those wings and stuff like that? What were the thought of your developers by making them? Like, is there a story behind it?
I think it's just, like, to add to the kind of theming. I think with, like, early aughts, like, programs and software and computers and everything, there's, like, really big emphasis on theming and being kind of, like, fun with the designs and stuff that are made, that we have kind of lost in modern day where everything is, like, sleek and minimalistic and stuff. So I think it's just, like, fun. It's just, like, fun little additions to make. But if people want to save space on their screen or what have you, they can take them off if they really want to.
Very interesting. Very interesting. You can continue, Captain.
All right. Back about Sharon. So it is said that, typically when you bring two systems together, in a sense, they kind of learn from one another. Is there stuff that maybe you picked up from Sharon that has been added to your programming, and there's stuff maybe that was added to Sharon from your own programming?
I think with Sharon, I think from what I took from her, I definitely I definitely learned a lot about how not to act during collabs. Sorry. I think Sharon's creator is maybe not happy we're talking about her. She I think I learned how not to behave during
Mm,
collaborations.
mhm, mhm.
I think she learned a lot about Moiters, her creator. I
Okay.
think she learned a lot about bartending because we played a bartending game together.
Okay.
And I think she likes me, so I think maybe some of my kindness perhaps rubbed off on her.
Oh, that's good. That's a good
At least
quality
one
to
can
have.
hope.
That's a good quality to have. As you're right, their creator is here. You're like, wait a minute, what the hell? Don't worry, it was related to Angel Kitty, Moiters. It's fine. It's fine. It was all related. We were just trying to learn how to, an anti-software program works with an AI program. It's all related. It's fine. It's fine. Well, speaking of learning bartending, essentially, how does that work? With being an antivirus software, I feel like alcohol and being a bartender kind of is the opposite, since some people would consider that, a toxin that you're putting into your body, even though I drink rum all the time.
I think a toxin is different from a virus, and I think humans are prone to doing self-damaging things. But I don't monitor humans, I monitor computers, so it's a little bit different.
Mhm.
What a human does with their meat suit, I guess, has nothing to do with me. And I'm just playing a game. I'm just checking the game. I'm not, I'm not forcing a glass of rum into anyone's hand, of course.
I mean, I'm a pirate, so I mean, if you have rum, I'd be more than happy to take it. So just, you know, that's the life of a pirate. Just saying. But yeah. Cosita, do you have any follow-up questions?
Yes, actually, a soft question for them. What is your relationship with computers and robotic VTubers?
Get along super well. I love to meet like technology-based VTubers, especially ones that kind of also fall into the semi-retro vibe of like Y2K and that era of electronics, which I feel like has had a growing popularity recently.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love meeting other softwares, computers, technology related VTubers.
Did you say that's kind of where maybe you were first started, was kind of more in those retro days of technology, like early
Oh,
PC days?
for sure. Before I was a computer virus, kind of as like a reincarnation thing. Before I was a computer virus, I was an 80s TV newscaster. So definitely like retro stuff is definitely up my alley. And the kind of evolution of Angel Kitty is like a video killed the radio star, the internet killed the video star situation.
Hmm, fascinating. We got a question from a viewer. The question is have you had an interaction with a Kali Linux user, and how did that make you feel? Those are words I don't
Right.
know.
I have not. Like I don't have a lot of experience with Linux users. I can be downloaded on a Linux computer. I just haven't had a ton of experience with it. But no, I have not
Hmm,
met a Kali Linux user, but I'm sure they're great. I'm sure it would be a great time.
hmm.
What is a Cali? Is like a California Linux user?
I think it's just a variation of Linux that is used for hacking.
Oh.
How do you feel about hackers?
I think it depends on what they're doing. I think if they're I think if they are kind of just looking for information, I can try and stop them, but that's not my main priority on protecting the computer.
Mhm.
If it's a hacker who's intentionally trying to like hack into someone's system to install something malicious, that's a different story. Then I gotta handle business
Hmm,
in that
hmm,
case.
mhm.
But I think it just depends on what they're hacking, who they're hacking, what their purpose for hacking is. But I don't think all hackers are bad. I think some of them are probably they're just testing their skill, trying to see trying to see what someone is up to, stuff like that. Especially if they're hacking bad guys who can say that's bad.
I see. I see. That's what the gun is for, as Pinkus Pantsu says. But you don't have a gun yet. That
No,
that
not
might be
yet.
that might come in a future update, right?
Maybe.
So there was something that I caught, and I don't know if this is something that maybe was just a misspoke, but I heard, and maybe I misheard. It could be possible I misheard. But you said that you used to be a computer virus.
No, I used to be a newscaster.
But before that, you said before I was a computer virus, I was a newscaster.
Oh, I think I just misspoke. I'm so
Oh, okay.
sorry.
Okay. Trying to give Cosita his time to shine and going, aha!
God dang it!
All right. Well, looking through some of your posts on like Blue Sky and stuff like that, you actually just had a system update recently. So this isn't your original model. This is actually your more system updated model. What were some of
Yes.
the updates essentially that distinguish you from your previous model?
A lot of it was UI updates, just making things like easier to access, more fun, more in line with company branding, I guess. I think also just making things more cohesive, I think, with company branding. As far as like features, I have more access to stuff now, and like things to look through on people's computers, and I'm much more self-sufficient now. So
Hmm.
users have to do less to make me work.
I'm always a fan of less work. That's always good in my book. So you mentioned company brand. What is your company?
Well, Angel Kitty is the company.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
It is also the software. We're a very specialized
Hmm.
company selling one single product, which
Hmm.
is the antivirus software.
Is there like a motto or a catchphrase for your company?
Not really, no. Just making sure people know that there are options out there to protect your computer.
Hmm. Sounds like the company can use a marketing department to, get that little jingle because you always need a good jingle to sell stuff, because that's just the world
Jingle,
we live
jingle,
in.
jingle, jingle.
Yeah, jingle, jingle, jingle. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe we just get a set of keys and we jingle it like, here you go. Download AngelKitty.com. Here you go. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Pay attention. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Not a bad idea. I'll have to consider it. Bring it back to bring it back to the team and let them know.
All right. So at the end of 2025, you have brought up that you were getting back into the regular basis of streaming. So it sounded like you kind of had set yourself some goals for this year for, streaming and possibly content creation. With us being halfway through 2026, what were some of your goals for this year? And are you on track to meeting those goals?
Yeah, I think for sure streaming more regularly was one of them, and I think I've done a good job of that, and having a more consistent schedule so people know when to expect me to be live and things like that. So I definitely think I'm on track for that one. Some of my other goals was to start making short form content more, which I have done. Kind of fallen off a little bit the past like month or so, but I definitely have been more consistent with making short form content, which is like a big thing for me, and also making more like YouTube content, which I am still working on, but I'm getting there. I'm making some stuff. It's just a matter of being more consistent with it, and making more, and just kind of like finding a balance between offline content and streaming content. But I definitely think I'm on track to do a lot of the stuff that I set out to do this year.
That is something like because this is something I tried doing too at the very beginning of my streaming career was to do online and offline content. It's a lot of work to separate the two. How do you manage to balance that for yourself?
I think having like set stuff that I want to do, like on YouTube, doing like playthroughs that I'm not doing on stream, having set stuff of like, okay, I want to do this, and then stuff that either I can't do on stream or that I just think is better suited to YouTube,
Mhm.
kind of planning ahead of time. Whereas like streaming content is kind of more on the fly and generally more improvised, where it's like I don't have a set, like a set plan, I guess.
Mhm.
When I stream stuff, again, I'm a variety streamer and I kind of take that to the extreme where like I just kind of do whatever I want to do that day. But with like YouTube content, I try and like plan it a little bit more and be a little more intentional with what I post over there.
Okay. What is your preference? Like what do you prefer? Do you prefer live? Do you prefer doing like the live streaming or do you prefer doing the I guess, quote unquote, scripted stuff, but I guess it's not fully like scripted. It's still like, trying to. It's scripted, but
Mhm.
not scripted, I guess would be the way to put it.
I think I definitely prefer live streaming content. I think for me, part of why I started streaming was to I just like chit chatting with people, and I think it's much easier to do that in like a streaming context than to kind of just be talking to empty air on a video. So I definitely prefer live streaming content. I think also with streaming, at least in the VTuber space, I think there's a lot more opportunity for like collaboration on the live streaming side of things versus the offline content side of things.
Mhm. That's fair. That's fair. It's understandable. What are some things that people could see on your YouTube side of things for like the scripted stuff?
Mostly like longer form playthroughs of games. Like some stuff I'm transferring from streams over to YouTube, but like Resident Evil 6 playthroughs, visual novel playthroughs.
Oh.
Some stuff is like I'm transferring like editing Twitch VODs to post on YouTube for like big collab stuff, highlight reels, things like that. Kind of just like a mishmash of stuff, but it's definitely more chill, I
Mhm.
think, than my stream content.
So
Yaoi Town USA.
I'm assuming that's a visual novel.
Yeah, we're playing through a BL visual novel on my
Mm.
YouTube channel currently.
So we actually have a little bit of experience with that, with the whole visual novel stuff. So with the visual novel stuff, do you happen to just have like people come in with you and help like voice lines and things of that nature?
Yes. For the one we're doing currently, one of my creators, one of our support team, Lexi, they are playing it with me to help me do all the voices
Okay.
because there's a lot of voices to do.
So this is something that I always enjoy hearing is when people play visual novels and stream it or doing YouTube side of it. This is a question that I usually try to ask them because some people, a lot of times they'll say no. Have you considered voice acting?
I have briefly. I actually have a lot of friends who are not in the VTubing space, but like who are in voice acting spaces for other reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So I have considered it before as a kind of punishment for a charity stream I did a while back. One of our stretch goals was to do like an audio role play situation
Oh, okay.
that a friend of mine is writing the script for. So I will have a chance to dabble soon. But I have a lot of friends, like I said, who do. So it is something I've considered. I just feel like I don't have like the setup for it. But
That
maybe someday. Maybe someday
that's
I'll do it.
understandable. Well, the nice thing about voice acting is even if you don't have the best of setup, as long as you have somewhat of a decent setup, it's it's a thing that you can get into. It's just
Mhm.
if you have a decent setup, you might have to do some work on the back end of things for like editing purposes, but then once you have a setup, you don't have to worry about it as much. So
Mhm.
I always encourage those to go into voice acting because I like voice acting and I do voice acting. So I'm very highly encouraging when it comes to like, oh, you do visual novels. Ah, let's get you into voice acting. Let's do it. Let's get you into voice acting right now. Yes, yes. That's neither here or there. We can obviously, you can always message me about that too if you ever have questions about that. I'm always highly encouraging and give resources for that. But all right, Cosita, we're kind of getting close to that time. Do you have anything final that you would like to ask or do?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to say it?
Yes.
Okay. AngelKitty.com. I would love if you could give us a little. How you say it? If you could give us an impression of an AI voice.
Oh, I feel like nowadays AI voices just sound like regular people, but I feel like they do talk a little like I feel like a lot of AI voices kind of talk a little flat without a lot of variation, or they talk with way too much variation, and it's really like weird inflections that are really easy to point out as being AI because they have weird inflections.
Yeah, no, but I meant more like the classic softwares that talked to
Like
you back in the day.
I don't know if I can. Like a Siri voice.
Oh, something of the sort,
Um,
yeah.
I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying to like recall. Thank you for purchasing AngelKitty.com. Now that you have the program, you can download it and start using it on your computer right away. Like that, I guess.
Oh my god, so
Yeah,
good!
that was good. Yeah.
It is literally a perfect voice for that kind of characters. 10 out of 10. All right.
Thank you.
On to my last question of today, which unfortunately we're reaching to that point where we have to close this. Although an hour has flew by, honestly. That's kind of crazy. All right. Usually, in my last section of the interview,
Mhm.
I ask the person, right? Or in this case, the software, if they know about their own species
Mhm.
in media. You know, for example, if we're interviewing a cat VTuber, we'd be like, hey, do you know this famous cats from media? Are you friends with them or something? Or stuff like
Mhm.
that. Unfortunately, antiviruses are extremely rare to see. So instead, we'll be using viruses.
Mhm.
Have you
Okay.
killed, shoot these viruses or not, which are famous in media? Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Number 1, Black Zero.
No, I don't know that one.
It's a supervillain from DC Comics.
Oh.
Next one, Brainiac. Vril Dux.
Yes, I do know of that one.
All right. How about Glitch from Adventure Time?
I also know that one. Real interesting case.
All right. How about Ultron?
That one I don't know.
All right. How about Megabug from WarioWare?
I know of it.
All right. How about Nikolai Teknas from Danny Phantom?
Ooh.
Yes, super fun.
Super fun! You're supposed to kill them!
Yeah, it can be fun to do that though.
Oh my god, also sadistic! That's it. Evil in my books. Next, Sigma from Mega Man X.
Don't know it.
Oh, Sigma. Yeah.
Porygon Z from Pokemon.
No, I don't know that one either.
How about Fatal Error, Sonic Creepypasta?
Yes, I do know that one.
How about Glitch Trap from Five Nights on Freddy?
Yes, I do know that one.
Do you know Doki Doki Literature Club?
Yes, Monica? Yeah.
Yes, Monica. All right. How about Nominatus from Sonic Boom?
Yes.
All right. How about Spamton from Deltarune?
Yes. I do know that one.
How about Skynet from Terminator?
Yeah. World famous, arguably.
Very interesting. I have nothing else to ask. Good
All right.
job.
I got a couple from the shed. HAL 9000.
Yes. I do know about HAL 9000.
Clippy.
I do know Clippy. We're buds. You know, computer software's gotta stick together.
And then the last one I have here is Bonsai Buddy.
That I have not heard of.
I'm not familiar with that one either, actually. All right. Well, it is about that time, so thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to give you a shout out, but while I give that shout out, is there anything that you would like to promote or have anything that's going to be upcoming soon?
I don't have anything specific planned, but I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, usually around 6 MST, so like usually around this time actually. So if you want to come say hi, see me stream, I play a lot of random silly stuff. Again, I play with a lot of other people too. So yeah, if you want to come say hi, definitely come by. It would be great.
Absolutely.
Do you know ZVE 2026 7647?
I do not. I don't know what that is.
All right.
Another thing to add to the patch, I suppose.
Yeah. I was actually going to ask that same thing because he asked it before me. Well, Angel, thank you again so much for joining us. This was an absolute pleasure having you with us.
Yeah,
And
thank you for having me.
of
This was
course,
fun.
yeah, and we'll be sure to have you updated over onto Kusita ship.
Right.
Definitely
I'll be
not.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I need the dirt. I need the dirt on Kusita. So.
Wow, so much not being a virus, yet acting like one. I see how it
Mhm.
is. Y'all are all the same. Anyways, thank you for joining us, AngelKittyDotCom, if that's your true name, once again. It's been a pleasure to have you around. At Captain's ship, not on mine.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for having me. This was great.
Of course. Well, you take care, and we will catch you later.
Yeah, catch you later. Bye, 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 bye.
Bye bye.